Hello people, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be learning how to make this beautiful short boubou dress with an overlap pleating. So enjoy as you watch. To make this, I made use of 1.5 yards of Duchess fabric. So you can use up to 2 yards depending on your hips. So I folded the fabric into 4. Then I went ahead to divide my hips measurement by 4. That's 40 divided by 4 is 10 plus 3 inches. That's 13 inches. So the width of this fabric is 13 inches while the length is 41 inches. And I want to have 40 inches after sewing. So my cut together sleeve, I want to have a total of about 14 inches. So I'm using a band. So what I will measure here is 12 inches plus half inch for joining. So 12.5 inches is what I measured here. So I'm just marking it straight. So I'll take a shoulder slope of 2 inches. For my neckline, I'm taking 4 inches width by 1 inch depth. Mind you, this is the back bodice. We are cutting the back first. So we're going to be using the back to cut the front. Let's forge ahead. So I'll connect it like this. Next is to take my round sleeve at that point. My tight arm sleeve is 16 inches divided by 2, which is 8 inches, but I decided to use 20 inches divided by 2. I want it to be free around that region, so I used 10 inches. So on that line, I'm going to go in by ½ inch. You can decide to go in by half or 1, but I used ½ inch. Then I marked it straight down. I also marked out my sleeve, and I'll go ahead and cut. So this is what we have after marking it straight down. But let me just turn it so that you have a clearer view. Okay, so this is it. I've turned it. So now I'm going to get my back bodice. You see it, and I'm going to place it on the front bodice like this. From that 2 inches line, that's where I'll be placing it. Then I'll go ahead and cut. So I'm trying to arrange it here. So after cutting, I'll take out my back bodice and then work on my front neckline. For my front neckline, I'll use the same width, which is 4 inches. That was what we also used for the back. Then for the depth, I'll be using 8.5 inches. This will not be exposed in any way. You can see it from the video. After sewing, after the overlap, it will come up to about 7, 6.5. Okay, so I used 8.5 inches here, and I connected it like this, and I went ahead to cut it out. So I'll go ahead and get a piece of fabric and then cut my facing. So this is it. I placed it on it. Then I followed the pattern of the neck to cut it out. Then after that, I'll mark 2.5 inches all round. So the length of my facing is 2.5 inches. Then I'll go ahead and cut. So I'll also do the same for the back facing. I also went ahead to mark 2.5 inches. Then I cut. So this is my back bodice. I'll place my facing on it like this. Then I will sew. This is my front bodice. I'll also place the facing on it like this, and I will sew. So after sewing, I went ahead to notch so that it can relax. So I'll go ahead and top stitch on the facing, and this is what we have after top stitching. So we go ahead to join the shoulder of the back to the shoulder of the front, and then we sew. Please go ahead and like my video. Please subscribe to my channel, okay, so that this video can reach more people. Let's forge ahead. This is what we have after sewing. Then for my front neckline, you can see that crease line. So that 2 inches line we left initially, I used iron to press it so that it can show, just like you can see from the video. So next, I'll pick one side of that my crease line and then overlap it like this. You can see what I did. The other crease line went entirely inside it. Then I will sew on a triangular form, kind of. Please watch what I did. Do not do this. No. This will give you a v-neck. What we want is a kind of an overlap there. So this is wrong. Please watch me carefully. Let me repeat the process again. You can see I took it in and I overlapped it like this. So I'll just mark out the triangular form. I'll just sew to hold the fabric in place. So I went ahead to pin it first of all before sewing. And this is what we have. Honestly, this is very simple, like as simple as ABC. Let's forge ahead. Next, I'm going to join my side by 1 inch seam allowance. So I'll start from that 10 inches from after our sleeve opening. I'll start from there. I'll sew the way down, and I'll also do the same thing to the other side. So this is what we have after sewing. This is the back view of the dress. So I'll go ahead to mark my sleeve opening, which is 10 inches, so that I can cut the band and then fix it in there. So I got a piece of fabric folded into two, then I folded it into two again. That is making it 4 folds. So I measured out 4 inches, 4 inches width for my band. Then I measured it straight down like this for 4 inches. So I'll just connect it into a straight line. Then the length is 10 inches, so I just added 1 inch sewing allowance. So I'm using 11 inches to cut it out. So I went ahead to cut it out. After cutting, I ironed paper stay on it to give it structure. So this is it. Then I folded it into two, and then I folded it again so that I can get the midpoint and notch. So I then opened it, then I joined it like this and sewed on 1 inch allowance. So this is what we have. So I just folded it back into two. Then I went ahead to notch my sleeve opening, the where the thing started from. I just notched it like this. So I took my band like this, then I fixed it in, then I used pin to just hold it in place. Then after that I'll just sew it round. And this is what we have. So we go ahead and fold the hem of the dress. And then we are simply done with the dress. So I'm going to try it on so that you see what it looks like. And this is me. Like, this dress is so beautiful. Like, it can go for anyone, whether you're pregnant, you are chubby, in normal size. Like, I just so love this dress. Like, it's giving. Please don't forget to like my video, okay? And also don't forget to subscribe. Please hit the subscription button, subscribe to my channel, okay? Thank you for watching. See you next time.